Welcome to Community Journal, and as a custom, today we have the Harwich Conservation Trust, and that's with Matt Cannon and
Mike Locke.
Michael Locke.
Yeah.
So, and Michael has an agenda here. He's going to talk about the farmers market, the tour de trash, and two other things. The what do you call them?
Wildlife
Wildlife
tracking.
and the American Indians.
Oh, yes, that's
So
right.
it's, we better get going. That's a lot. So the farmers market was very good. I went this year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, you and your daughter.
My daughter, and we saw the gentleman who's in charge, and he told us that it'll be the first day in June that they're available. It'll be they open up on Memorial Day weekend.
You're talking about the Harwich Farmers Market.
Right.
It's outdoors by Brooks Academy.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
And so I was interested in that.
Yes.
And we had two eggs areas that I'll mention, and then I'll let you go. But one eggs were regular eggs, and they were $7 a dozen, and the other eggs were colored eggs. They were different colors. She had different colors.
Oh, isn't that why? That's interesting with different
Different
chicken breeds.
Yes. So we saw both of those, and we saw everything else as well. But
and there were some live chickens there.
oh, there were two live.
Yes.
Yeah, but they looked crowded. You know, and I said to Marianne, I said, I wonder how they get along.
Yes,
I mean, they're constantly bumping into each other.
Right.
But so those were good, and the fellow who runs the whole thing, he had some maple syrup, and he talked a little bit about that. There's some question about how that's going to fare as we continue to go into the new era. So he said he'll always have it. Anyhow, and
it was fun, wasn't it?
it's a fun thing.
As you pointed out, we had many exhibitors, over 50 exhibitors, including Harwich Farmers Market. You're going to see many photos here scrolling of the event. We had the Barnstable Beekeepers Association.
Yes,
they brought an actual hive, which was fascinating.
There were there were 3 or 4 live animals.
That is right. Yes, there were a little herd of goats.
Yes, and there was a big.
The Highland cattle. There was the goats. Then there was Highland cattle, Scottish Highland cattle, courtesy. It was the chickens there. There's a Highland cattle courtesy of Seawind Meadows Farm. There was also a miniature donkey.
Yeah, there was.
Yes,
he was he was pretty good.
Yeah. So. It was wonderful. So many exhibitors. Harwich Farmers Market was one of the tables.
Yeah, they were there. Right?
We were thrilled at Harwich Conservation Trust to co-host the event. Cape Cod beer was there, as you can see, although no beer was served. Non-alcoholic event. The Cape Cod jelly makers there, Deb Granier, and here's Tim Fryery with Cape Cod Organic Farm in Barnstable. I mean, we had farmers from one end of the Cape to the other.
Right.
We co-hosted this event with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. And I want to give a special shout out to 2 farmers in particular who are officers with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau who helped coordinate the event alongside Harwich Conservation Trust. And that was Mark Coleman, who owns Tuckaway Farm in North Harwich, and Jeff Deck, who owns Not Enough Acres Farm in East Dennis. I bought some of that Foss sauce, by the way, that pasta sauce. That looked delicious. There's Seawind Meadows, and Hammersmith Farms was there as well. I mean, it was just, and this is just a sampling of some of the farms that were represented. We had over 900 people visit this event.
Really?
It was so well attended. It was such good energy there. People having a great time connecting with farmers, learning about their farms and settings and their products, buying different things. Like you said, maple syrup, honey, lavender, greens.
Yeah, the lavender farm was
yes,
there,
Cape Cod Lavender Farm was there. Flowers by Stephanie Foster, also from Harwich. She was there as well. You Do It, Sue It.
Stephanie Foster had her dahlias there.
Yeah, her dahlias,
yeah.
that's right,
Yeah,
that's right,
dahlia,
yeah. Pleasant Lake Farm, owned by Skipper Lee right here in Harwich. So there was strong Harwich representation in terms of the farming community. And it was just a terrific event, all ages, and free, free. A great way to kick off the 2017 growing season. And just a great way to be sensitive to that synergy between local farming and local conservation, both really inspiring us to be sensitive stewards of our land and water resources. So save the date. It's going to be March 24th, 2018. Believe it or not, we already have the date
I already
picked.
have the dates.
And I want to thank the community center especially. Really just an amazing center here, facility, resource. People come from all over the Cape to this event and many of our events.
Well, many of
and
them
they
do
comment.
themselves. So one of the ladies we spoke to, her outfit was in Hyannis.
Yes, yeah, oh yes. And they come to this community center and they marvel at the
how well it is.
clean and organized and spacious. So hats off to all that work here at the community center, including shout out to Channel 18. So we have another event coming up, the Tour de Trash.
Yes.
Spring cleanup, and Matt, our director of land stewardship at Harwich Conservation Trust, is managing that event. You'll see some photos in a minute.
And that will also be, it will begin and end here at the Harwich Community Center. So another great resource event to have here. I think we were probably on last year about this. This is our third annual Tour de Trash. It's a town-wide trash cleanup.
Yes.
And we're going to show you a few pictures. This was, I think Cape Cod Associates had a team a few years ago. So we have, and that was the original group 2 years ago that helped form this great event. We noticed a need for trash cleanup around town. We have great partners in NASA Disposal helps us. The Harwich Highway Department, also they gave that trash dumpster on the left. So we're a huge help to them. They help us in return because there's a lot of trash out there, unfortunately. And half this event is also to raise awareness about it. People come back and they see nips on the side of the road that they never knew were there. So it's a really good way to get outside in the spring, help clean up our roads, be aware of the trash issue. And this year it is Saturday, April 28th, I think, maybe 29th. Saturday at 9:30 a.m. here, Harwich Community Center. And you can sign up on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, next week.
And how many tons of trash did they pick up? It seems to be tons. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, so we've had, we can really only weigh the trash, but we each year have about 500 or 600 pounds of trash.
Wow.
April 29th it will be.
April 29th,
Yeah.
Saturday.
But check the website, like you said, harwichconservationtrust.org.
Wow.
Please
Yes.
pre-register also. It does help us with food for lunch and organizing materials. So if you can do it on the front end, it saves a lot of time day of. And that information will be on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, next week.
Very good. Oh, next thing is...
Exciting. Oh, yes. Next event.
Next event.
We keep them coming. Wildlife tracking workshop.
Yes.
A lot of fun. It's amazing to get out there and learn about the different signs that animals leave behind, everything from deer to skunk to fox. You see some photos here of a wildlife tracking workshop that's gone on at Bell's Neck. There's a little animal track ID card. This is sponsored by Harwich Conservation Trust and led by Todd Kelly, a naturalist and 12th generation Cape Codder, very well versed, knowledgeable about animal track and sign and history of Cape Cod.
Is the new area that you sort of acquired been searched by him? I mean, has he been there?
He will be visiting that area. I'm not sure if it's going to be part of this tracking workshop.
I see.
It may indeed be. There's a red fox, courtesy of our volunteer photographer, Janet DiMattia. So this event will be on Saturday, April 8th, and it's $15 per person, folks can sign up on our website, pay online by credit card at harwichconservationtrust.org. And it's just an amazing experience and good to get outside, learn a little bit more about the wildlife around us. And we're thrilled to partner with Todd on that again.
Very good. And he tracks the.
He's also going to be leading that next series.
Oh,
Is
the
that what you-
American Indians?
Yes, that's right.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So good segue.
Yes.
He and Native American Wampanoag Nipmuc Marcus Hendricks of Wampanoag and Nipmuc ancestry will be leading this Native American History Walk series called Spring Thaw, Native Americans following water resources. And it's actually a partnership with two other land trusts in Brewster and Yarmouth. It's a 3-part series. The first walk will take place in Harwich at the end of April, and then the next 2 walks in succession will be in Brewster, first Saturday in May, and then the second Saturday in May will be in Yarmouth. It's $45 per person, whether you attend 1 walk or all 3. We hope people will attend all 3.
Yes.
But it's a terrific experience learning about the history of Native American settlement in the area that they'll be walking and the areas that they'll be exploring, as well as early colonial settlements and how they interacted, those 2 cultures. So it's just an amazing journey that Todd and Marcus take this group on. Again, folks can register, pay online by credit card at harwichconservationtrust.org or stop by the office or give us a call at 508-432-3997 if you want to drop off a check or mail in a check, and we can sign you up that way. Then we will give directions to each of the sites once we receive reservation confirmation.
Okay. Now, they're not just in Harwich.
That's right. The first walk will take place in Harwich, and then the second in Brewster, and the third in Yarmouth. So we're going out beyond
Right.
the frontier of the Harwich borders to see what's out there, and it'll be a lot of fun. We've done this in a few other towns as part of this Native American History Walk series, and we're thrilled to do it again.
Yes. Well, it's a good idea.
It's fun. Yeah.
Is that it? That's it?
Well, there's more on the website, but we can talk about that next month. Yes.
Very good. Well, thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.